what I'm wondering is, would any of you like, perhaps I can bend the rules a little. Perhaps I can allow you up in the cockpit. Would that be agreeable to you? I would need a couple minutes to set things up, but perhaps you could come up in the cockpit and then I wouldn't have to talk to you through this awful radio. Does that sound alright? Good. Alright. Well, while I get that ready, I'm going to need to make a few safety preparations. I'm going to have to set the autopilot in tune. So please, don't panic. If we experience any turbulence, I promise I will correct the plane as soon as I can. This is a magic cockpit. If we need 8,000 people in the cockpit, I reckon it'll work. Alright. Allow me just a moment, everybody. Thank you.
But I'm glad that we can stop talking through this silly radio. Now, you and I, we have an opportunity to just talk to one another in person. You understand? Are you in my heart? No. Why would you be? Do any of you have suggestions for what we can do while we're in the cockpit? Miss Jade Oracle, thank you very much for your suggestion. More kisses and holding my hand. Aw. Well, I suppose now that we're up here in person, there's nothing to really stop us. Yeah, fuck the risks. I wouldn't mind putting my career in danger. You're very beautiful. Oh, that's clever. Help you stretch your legs out, huh? You know, it's kind of a small cockpit. I think most cockpits are pretty small. You can try, but, I don't think you'll succeed. I can't imagine that actually fucking up here might be a little bit, cramped and kind of uncomfortable. We can always try. For legal reasons. And for my superiors listening, I promise you that's a joke. Can you sit on my lap? Well, what? Would you like to? Say it. Say you'd like to sit on my lap. Good. Then fine. Sure. You're welcome to come and sit on my lap. While I focus as hard as I can on flying this fucking plane, I suppose you and I can have a little fun up in the cockpit, A kiss when we land. Oh, sweet thing, you can have a kiss right now. Don't feel like you need to be coy. Ask for what you want. I might give it to you. Press this button? No. No. Might have to grab you by the hand and put it behind your back. If you decide to touch anything. You can't touch anything up here, because it will result in the plane crashing. And I don't know about you, I don't think you're worth dying for. Oh. Well, I suppose if you're going to touch anything, you might as well touch me. But don't do it too much, I do have to concentrate. It's very interesting, I have to say. My experience with this is a little different. I mean, I'm no stranger to people wanting attention from me. A man in uniform is hard to resist, after all. But beyond that, I haven't quite experienced something quite like this before. I haven't quite experienced something quite like all of you, begging so much for so much attention. And yet, after all that time, and all of that begging, still, when you actually do have the attention you want, suddenly you shut down, and you can hardly speak. Oh, poor baby. Oh, it's okay. I understand what it must be like. Wanting something so badly and then being so overwhelmed with pleasure when you have it, you're not sure how to react. Oh, you poor thing. Ah, poor baby. Is this what you wanted? Is this what you really wanted? Spending all this time and all this energy, and then when you finally make it, to just blush and put your face in your hands. You fucking idiot. Oh, you want me to slap you? I assure you, this is very real. You aren't dreaming. Hey, look here. Let me just give you a taste. Let me give you a taste of what might happen. In front of you are so many buttons, dials, controls. I know what they do. I know what all of them do. I know exactly how to use them. I know exactly what to use them for. If you touch them, I'll be really, really mad with you. I'll have to grab your arm, put it behind you, restrain you so you can't make any more trouble. And then once you've truly understood it, I'll try to drive the point home, you understand? Imagine taking those hands of mine you've seen, and I have to hold one side of your face completely still, and I slap it with the other and tell you to stop being so stupid. So if you don't want that to happen, don't press any of my fucking buttons, or I'll be really upset with you. Well, now you're starting to affect me as well. I can't say I'm not having fun as well. Oh, you really are hopeless, aren't you? So desperate for more attention, you keep begging for it more and more and more every time I give you the slightest crumb. You want more and more and more and more. Not only have I worked very hard for my job, I paid a lot of money for this suit. Try not to get it wet. Oh, clever. Oh, very clever. Oh, then we can just take it off. No. You don't get to see any of that. No, 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 no. As far as I'm aware, I think the cockpit might be soundproof, so maybe we'll have a chance at having some fun together before we land. But then I might not want to get fired. As far as I'm aware, I don't know if there will be another flight, because inviting the entire cabin into my cockpit to sit on my lap and, well, go for a ride, I don't think it's very professional. My agency are going to hear about it, and they'll most likely decommission me by the end of the day. So, thank you. Thank you for helping me have a little bit of fun. I don't think there will be another flight. But for my last one, I'm glad we had a little bit of fun together. Although, if you all keep your mouths shut, there might be a chance. You're welcome. One of you just asked me to call them a good girl. No. You haven't been good today. You've been disobedient. You've been rude. You've done nothing but seek attention and beg non-stop for me to entertain your little fantasies in all these different kinds of ways. First, you said you would break down the door to my cockpit. Then, when finally I caved and allowed you to check out the cockpit, you sat in my lap. You started pressing as many buttons as you could. And then, when I threatened to slap you for doing so, you kept doing it. Thank you. Tell me you're sorry. Good. I don't forgive you. I'm just enjoying the sounds of you whining and crying. If I go through the misery of getting fired, you deserve to be a little miserable too.